Hello, my beautiful people. How are you doing? Come on in.
Hey, y'all.
Whoop, whoop. Why your phone so clear? What kind of phone is this?
iPhone X Max Pro 10X11.
Ooh. I'm with the Galaxy. Come on in, you guys. Blessings, blessings, blessings.
Lens?
Maybe not. Hold on. Talk to the people, Cheryl. Introduce yourself.
Allow me to reintroduce myself. My name is Cheryl. Hey. Hey. Sorry, y'all. We had a long day. Ponytail Cheryl is gone. Big like Cheryl is back.
That's better.
So, class is in session. I'm here with the one and only Miss Nekia Foxx.
Hello, 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 everybody. Blessings, blessings, blessings. So this is a Q&A today. So for those that don't know who I am, I'm Nekia Foxx from the Transformation Place, where I help amazing women and men transform from the inside out, creating wealth in every single area of their lives. And this is
Cheryl.
Blessings.
I am a lot of things, but right now I'm trying to help individuals like yourself, business owners, establish credit, perfect their personal credit, and reach the goals that you want to reach so y'all can get to this money. Honey.
So this is a Q&A session, so if you all have any questions, please feel free to come on in and ask us. So we are talking today because we are getting so hyped up. So many people have been inquiring, getting ready. Blessings, Dion, inquiring about the class that is in December 8th. It's coming up in just a little bit, so I need you to talk to your loved ones to support you if you need to literally get things together, because this is a one-time offer where we'll be offering it at this rate, you guys.
Correct.
So what we will be doing is going through the whole schematics of starting a business, maximizing your business, scaling up your business, knowing how the systems that work in your business so that you can be able to make money in your sleep, regain some of that time. This is, listen, I charge $3.50 an hour, so if you have a question, this is the time. Blessings, Octavia. Blessings, blessings, blessings. Yes. We're here to just be able to enlighten you all. If you have any questions in reference to the particular class that's coming up, for those that have already bought your tickets, we are so excited.
Can't wait to see ya.
We're so excited for all that will be understood from the class.
Right.
All that you will not leave guessing and wondering, that's for sure. So if you are starting a business, if you are already in business and wanting to learn and master scaling up your business to get the capital and the revenue together to be able to, buy the things in bulk, get the things in reference to your dreams that need to be set in place for you to make some even larger scale moves, this is the time. So you guys, it will be October. Right. Cheryl is all the way together, you guys. I'm trying to read to make sure we get any questions coming in, but listen here. Let me just start off with saying, get out of your own way. If you are thinking about starting a business at this point, I feel like even if you have a 9-to-5, every single individual should be striving to have multiple streams of income. So having multiple streams of income allows us to be able to have a level of financial freedom in order to, reclaim some of our time, focus on our kids, focus on our family, really be able to enjoy ourselves and really be able to deal with ourselves, right, on another level. The restrictions that hey, you guys come on in. This is Q&A session. This is Q&A sessions. Blessings, blessings, blessings. So let's go over one thing. If it was one thing you could tell, Cheryl, if you was to start all over again in business, what would it be? One. What would it be, Cheryl? If it was one thing.
Oh, why would you put me on the spot like that? One thing. If I had to start all the way over again,
well,
I would say I would be way more consistent. With everything that I was doing. I would be way more. We get to a point where we get so much success that we start to plateau and we feel like there's nothing else to do but for us to start something else or for us to do something else, and then that takes away from our bread and butter or our main component of business. So I think I just would have been consistent with one thing until it was making me money automatically, and then moved on to something else instead of just trying to do a whole lot at one time. Now I know we got to have 7 streams of income, but I just feel like it's a certain way to do that. So that's the one thing I would have did.
Whoop whoop whoop! Hey for the good information. So for me, the one thing, if I could start all over again in business, it's been going on like 16 years now. I would say let's see, if I was to start over in business, it would be to really effectively network. A lot of times when we are associated with, a lot of times I hear from beginning entrepreneurs that kind of get discouraged in the game. I'm grateful my family has always supported, but a lot of times throughout your journey, you are, I hear a lot of entrepreneurs saying, listen here, I thought they would have supported me. I thought this person would have supported you. Where your family is not your customers. So they're family. So I would definitely say when you're going into business, to effectively network and to be clear on what you need when you're going to events so that you can come out with a great outcome and establish a nice relationship with new people, because that's going to be your base. People need to have the know, like, and trust factor. And in order for them to have the know, like, and trust factor, they got to know you, they must like you, and then they trust you on a level in which you don't have to do all the hard trying to convince them. They're going to trust your judgment. My goal is to obtain passive income. Honey, I'm right there with you, Jennifer Brown. Let's obtain this passive income.
Yes,
that's right, honey. More time for the passive income. And that's why this class...
I don't think a lot of people really get that, though. When it comes to passive income.
Well, explain that to them, Cheryl. What's passive income?
Passive income is when you get paid and you don't really got to work. The blueprint is already there. The strategy is already there. It's making money for you. And, like, if I don't come to work, I don't get paid. But if this was a franchise salon, I wouldn't have to come to work and I would still get paid. So you want to make the passive income, and you can do that with any business. So you can't say, because I wash cars, I can't have passive income. You can. It's just a way to figure it out, how to make money while not being there, while you're sleeping, while you're on vacation, while you're spending time with your kids, all that kind of stuff, and still make money. So that's kind of what we try to get to the root of, because at the end of the day, everybody wants to make money without... If you're an employee now, I bet you barely see the person that owns the company. Like, barely. You know what I mean? You want to get to that level. You don't want to be an employee forever. She jumping on everybody's thing. You don't want to be an employee forever. So even with me doing hair, my goal shouldn't be, I just want to do hair, or I want to make $100 a day, or even $1,000 a day. I want to get to the point where the $1,000 I say I'm making a day, I can make it without even being at work. So that's a strategy that you want to get to. So passive income is where it's at.
And normally, in order to get to passive income, you need business capital. So Definitely. Let's get on that. In order, because we can all have all these dreams, but if we don't have the measures in place to be able to obtain those, it's one thing to want passive income, but passive income requires revenue. Mm-hmm. It requires funds that is not money left over after you pay your bills. So
you shouldn't even be using your own money, and that's one thing we have to understand. Because every time when somebody talk about they talk about expansion and growing, it's always out of your own pocket. Why? A majority of people don't use their own money, and then when they say, building your credit, you don't really have to go into debt, but you do have to obtain some form of debt to build your credit. That's just how it goes. You know what I mean? But you have to be strategic about what it is that you do. I ain't going to give y'all all of it because I'm going to say something to y'all, you know what I'm saying? But you have to be strategic on how you spend and what you do and all this when it comes to your credit and your finance and all that, so you can build your business credit and get 10 times more than what you would with your personal credit. Then you don't touch any of your personal stuff. Now you're living debt free and everything falls on the business. Once everything falls on the business, then you go ahead and just start planning out strategically what you get. You have access to way more money. You have access to way more vendors. You have access to way more people when you start to expand the finances from your business instead of your personal. That's why people get stressed out and give up on business, because they sit there and they stretch themselves so thin using their own money to do everything, and that's not how it's supposed to be, period. Who's that? How to obtain business capital. Oh, that's in our class. I know you're in Virginia, so you won't be able to come to the class, but I'll inbox you.
She'll inbox you the details, because we have something for those that will not be able to attend the class in Florida. We definitely have something for you to be able to obtain all that information. That's what we're going to go over in the particular class. Like I said, we'll be teaching a strategy in reference to how to obtain credit, how to maximize your credit, and then how to strategically, because a lot of people just get credit and just don't know what to do with it. And then they mess it up, and then they put themselves back in even more debt. So the whole point of this course is providing the level of understanding, so you can, if you understand, then you can strategize. The only way to strategize is if you have true understanding of how this thing works. Mm-hmm. When we're going as you know, somebody say, I want to own this, or I want to own that. Well, it will take you much longer, and life is all about opportunities that you need to be able to maximize when the moment comes. And if you do not have the passive, like the tangible funds available, meaning in place to be able to maximize opportunity, that's why a lot of times you know, they just go on by to people that already have the funds available. So if you're wanting to know exactly how to obtain credit, that's what we're talking about in the class. How to obtain personal credit, how to obtain business credit, how to maneuver, and the whole breakdown of how that works.
Educated business that teach people how to make money, save money, and get out of debt faster.
Congratulations, Jennifer. That is excellent. That is so excellent. That is such an important factor for the African American community, that we get the insight and the information of how to end poverty. Because one thing about it, poverty starts in our mind. Poverty is not the lack of having money. Poverty is the lack of mindset being expanded. So when you're in this journey, when a lot of people say, oh, it's about the money, it's, you become the person you become in obtaining the wealth is actually what the journey is about. It's not just about getting money if you don't know what to do with the money. Do you know how to properly plan? Are you a person that have learned proper discipline? Do you have your strategy in place? Because in order to create wealth, you have to have certain systems in place so that you can duplicate yourself. So many times people just want, but don't know how to properly get it, so it works against you. It's just like when we buying cars. I meet some people, they're like, oh, I'm gonna buy my car cash. That sounds really great. But at the end of the day, was that the right step that you should have been taking based on your specific situation and where you're trying to go? Because, you know, we've been taught just to work hard and to pay it out of pocket. We've been taught not to have things in place that work for us. It's going to be certain instances where a lease might work better for you. There's certain instances where you might need to work that in your business side of it. It depends on your situation. A lot of times we are using a lot of our tangible capital, paying for things just to say that we have paid for something, instead of allowing our money to truly work for us.
They have to understand that when it comes to credit, loans, debt, all that should be taken in account as leverage. At the end of the day, you want that. If you really don't have credit, you don't want to pay for a car cash. You want to get a car that you can pay for in 1 year. That way you can have the payment history. If you choose to pay it off in 1 year, you'll have the payment history that goes along with that item. You know what I mean? So you have to learn how to start using this stuff as leverage, instead of just saying, oh, I want a nice car, and you just put yourself into debt for no reason. No, get a car that's $16,000 or less. So you know that you can make a payment of $1,000 a month, and then add a little extra on it, or carry it over into the next year. Just be strategic about what you're doing, instead of just going into debt because you're trying to prove a point to somebody else who don't care about you.
And a lot of times, I just want to go into for those that are in the business of wanting to, you know, we both have multiple brands that we sell products, and you know, we had to order things in bulk. I would say you want to have a distribution plan.
Yes.
And when I mean a distribution plan, a lot of times we just we sell things, or we try to do things manually. You want to get to the point that you can mass produce on a level so that you can eliminate yourself out of the picture. The whole point in this thing is not that we should have to be here every single day to make our money.
Right.
And that requires us to know how this thing really goes. If anybody was, both of us are in the manufacturing business. One thing I knew nothing about was distribution. I knew nothing about a distribution plan. if I could do it all over again, I would have gotten the proper knowledge, and that's why we're giving this course, to give the insight on, if you want to make a product, let's tell you the right way on how to get your product out there. Let's give you a strategy on how, and also a realistic time frame in which this thing can be achieved, instead of being frustrated by doing things ahead of time and wasting a lot of money, not having the proper procedures in place that need to be in place before you can even mass produce the product. Right. So that's one of the elements that, for if you're thinking about product creation, once again, you need business credit. Once again, your brand should be in alignment. Once again, a lot of elements in reference to building the foundation of your business should be in place. I meet a lot of people that the name of their business, and they want to expand, but everything is not set up in the right order. So then they have to go do it again, and then they lose a lot of times that they don't know the proper steps to be able to get it to work for you. It's like a tree, you have to have a vision ahead of time to know where you're going with your business before you even get there. So a lot of times you must become the business woman or the businessman that you want to be. Even to your brand, you are your brand. How does your Facebook page look? Crickets, right? So your Facebook page, a lot of people are going to, your future clients, your future clientele, a lot of them are going to research you before they even come to you. And your brand means that, or have you been keeping up consistently with the energy that your business speaks for you? So when they Google you, what are they going to come up with? That's a very important element. Being able to be responsible with your brand, a lot of that is very important on even specific things, as even the colors, and it's so much that goes into starting a business the proper way, that I wish if someone could have told me how this thing really went about 15 years ago, it would have saved me a lot of frustration, a lot of paying this LLC and then another LLC, and then all these different things, because I did not know. So that's why we're having this course December 8th. We'll post the link at the bottom. It's bit.ly BYOB. It's on our page, both of our pages. You'll be able to. Hello, Ian. How are you doing? Blessings to you. But that's why we've gone to several conferences. We've gone to had several coaches, and after gathering and compiling all the information, it's like, what do we want to be able to help those that are coming behind us or coming with us or are along us? What do I know that someone else does not know? How can I help the next person not just wonder, they tell you what you should do, but not how to do it. Like, in order to maximize a business, understanding is the key. Do you understand business, first of all? Do you understand how it works? Because in order to strategize and scale up, you need to have that clear foundation of understanding of what's going on.
You're welcome.
Blessings, and anybody, okay, what is the...
Danye said thank you, ladies, for the information.
Blessings, honey bun. Blessings, Danye. Blessings. So if anybody else have any questions, we just wanted to come on once again for all of those that have already signed up. We have a few more spaces. Come and get your ticket for the BYOB, which is Build Your Own Brand. Build your own business. Your blueprint. Build your own blueprint to your business. This is the real business blueprint that we are doing. Hello, Aziza. Blessings to you. We're talking about Q&A on starting a business. Those that are wanting to scale up and grow their business. We open up the floor for Q&A. To be able to answer some questions, the questions that are related to things that we're teaching in the course. We're referring you to coming and signing up for our December 8th class. This is a combination of 30 plus years of being an entrepreneur, multiple streams of income. We want to help you be able to maximize your time and not getting stuck by not knowing. And remember, scared money don't make any money. So many people want the money, but they're so scared to invest in yourself. In business and in life, you get out what you put in. If you're not willing to put in, you can't expect to receive out. That's how it goes. It's called the reciprocity. What you put in, you get out. And I've gone back several times to, if it wasn't for the first $1,000 that I invested in a course, I think it was about 8 years ago, because I had taken myself as far as I could go. It gets to a certain point when you've taken yourself as far as you can go. Your environment around you only knows so much, and they can only take you as far as you can go. And that's when it's time that you say, listen here, I need some assistance. I need some help in getting to my next level because I don't know. Google, YouTube, it can only take you so far. Free information can only take you so far. I'm hoping I am talking to somebody. Listen here, if you've been praying, this course is less than $300. Listen, I don't know how I can, this will be the first and the last, but we wanted to allow those that are in the area that, you know, if you all in this pick your brain, okay, you have an opportunity to pick the people's brain that are already doing what a lot of you all are trying to do. There's no need in you wasting a lot of time. If I can't stress that, life is about timing, and it's about being ready when the opportunities present itself. Not get ready, but being ready and knowing how you need to have your key factors in place in order to maximize the current seasons that you're going to be going into. If you are ready to maximize your 2020 so that you can know how to have your credit in line to scale up, how to have your business branding in line, the different pillars that need to be in place in order for your system to work while you're asleep, to be able to maximize and duplicate your efforts. That's what we're here to help you do. A lot of times you see us throughout the day, we're doing different things. We want to open the door and allow you in our space and our intellectual mind. This is our bank right here. To be able to help you along your way. If $300 is too much, I get it. This is not a force-fed thing. If $300 to get business information that's going to help change your where you're at currently in your life, in your family's life, and to help you gain time and to multiply, if $300 is too much, but you want millions, then we have a conflict of interest.
It's something wrong. Something is wrong.
You know, I speak to people and they're like, well, you know, that's too much. Oh, I respect that.
No
Then
problem.
this is not for you. And listen, we're not everybody's instructors or teachers. We're just here to be able to be obedient, to help those that are ready to receive information that maybe they don't know how to. If you're trying to create product creation, if you're ready to buy a house, if you're ready to maximize your credits for your business, if you're ready to literally scale your business up, let's say you want to duplicate and get another location, you want to get vehicles. Just last year, this year alone, this year alone, I was able to help one client obtain a whole entire school, meaning she was able to start her school and she was able to get the funding to start her school. I was able to help another client get a commercial building. Instead of renting, she was able to buy a commercial building. I was able to help 4 other clients literally get a close to $75,000+ in order to be able to grow their business. Cheryl is the plug, honey. Let me scoot on over.
Once you learn how to do this stuff, you can always help other people. It's so easy. I tell people that all the time. They're so scared to make that first initial investment. It's nothing scary about it, because guess what? That money's going to come back to you. If you're going to pay me $1,000 to fix your credit, guess what? I can get you $10,000 in credit in 3 months. It's easy. But people are always scared to take that first initial step. And I don't pressure nobody. I don't need your money like that, whatever. Y'all do what y'all got to do. I'm going to do what I'm doing. I'm going to help the people that want to be helped and who want to see something different in their life, and they tired of the same old. That's it. It's not rocket science. Either you want the help or you don't. You can sit here and talk to me all day, and I'm going to listen, and I'm going to give you my opinion, and I even tell you some things you need to do. But if you don't want to do it, or you can't do it, or whatever the situation is, that is on you. That is your credit. That is your money. That is your lifestyle. That's it. That's all I got to say.
The other thing about checkmate. Checkmate. The other thing about it is, this is just a friendly reminder, because in 2020 there will be no phone calls being answered to pick brains. There will be no more. If we had to pay for the information, then you have to pay for the information. It's not about paying. In that act of believing in what that next in your life is that's the transaction that you need. in that effort and saying, listen here, I want to know, I don't know, I'm willing to sacrifice, that's what you're needing to get to your next level. I'm telling anybody, if you're not willing to implement, if you're not willing and you're not in a season of your life where you can actually utilize the information, don't do it.
Right.
It's nothing more frustrating than being connected to individuals that are not being about motion and not making it happen. It's nothing. The most gratifying is when you see clients calling you saying, listen here, oh, I was able to get X, Y, and Z. Thank you so much. Cheryl, I've seen on Cheryl page just in the last week, I don't know how many clients, literally all you see is approved. What? Listen,
I got one text message. I said, now they're going to think I'm showing up. I be saying, that's why I be trying to hold back, because I'm like, I don't want these people to think I'm showing out like this, but I be so happy for my people. Listen, I be real happy when they get these things going, because it's nothing like having $25,000 at your fingertips right there. Anytime you need to use it, it's right there. You know what I mean? I educate you on how to use it. I educate you on how to get more. I educate you on all that stuff when you pay for my services. But what I'm not going to do, if you can't invest in yourself, there's no way I'm going to keep sitting on the phone with you all day long and you won't even invest in yourself to do something better. I'm not going to keep wasting my breath. I know you ain't going to do nothing. Nah, baby. I got other people to talk to. It's a billion people in this world. I need to talk to all of them. So I can't waste all my time with you. Sorry.
You know, the old saying goes, when the student is ready,
yes, I can help you.
When the student, she will definitely help you. You can inbox her for any questions that you have. Oh, but Freddie will say, we've been
no,
waiting.
Don't be humble. We've been looking, but here I
go. Listen, you know, the old saying goes, when the student is ready, the teacher will appear. Listen, if you're ready to literally level up your mindset, if you're ready to literally walk boldly, because a lot of times people take confidence as something that, oh, I'm confident. No, can you walk in the room and ask for the number that makes you feel uncomfortable? Do you know how to package up your services and goods to scale up to the point that you can go to corporate and you can go to the bigger entities and be able to do major contracts? Have you gotten yourself to that point that you actually know what is all required to go in that package?
And not only that, but guess what? You also know what your value is, because they can't tell you no, we have this amount of money in the bank and this credit score and all this stuff going on. They can't just sit here and be like, oh no. I'm gonna need for you to tell me why it's gonna be a no, because I have this, and this. Everything is already laid out. You can't just sit here and tell me no. The first time I got approved for $40,000 by myself with just a signature, I blew my own mind, because I was going there for like 15. I ain't lying. Am I lying?
No.
I was going there for a little $15,000. The lady, she put my stuff in or whatever, and she's like, oh, she turned the screen around. You've been approved for $40,000. And I was like, so what I got to do? What I got to send in? She's like, nothing. I just need your signature. What? You should have never told me that, lady. So when that happened, I was just like, oh, I'm in there like swimwear, baby. Y'all can't tell me nothing. So that whole level of confidence, knowing that you can have X, Y, and Z, is something totally different than you sitting back and them telling you can only get. You're going to get tired of that. You're going to be like, okay, well, I know this is what I need. Honey, listen, 2020, all right, I'm finna get back to my humble spot.
Well, I mean, listen, we're in a season where wanting to literally be in a position to hold space for those that are ready to do the work. If you're ready to do the work and you literally have positioned your life in your mindset to say, listen here, I know what I want. I know literally the platform of where I want to go in reference to my life. Can you all help me get to that next level? What am I missing? Look at my scenario. Tell me where do you think? And listen here, we are here to help you based on experience. Life is about experience. You can read as many books as you want. You can watch as many videos as you want. Life boils down to experience. And if you can have those that have gone through the experience of years of going through getting the no's and the rejection, so that you can know and go in and be boldly confident, because you know what score you need. You know what paperwork needs to be in place. You have all your filings filed correctly. You have everything lined up, and you know and have a strategy to where you're taking your business so that you literally can position yourself to not waste a lot of money nor time. It's all about implementation. And once again, if you're not ready to implement, I would advise you, save yourself some time. Listen, this is the season. If you are all, this is only for those that feel like they are in alignment. When you get sick and tired of being sick and tired of talking to your own self and you're saying, listen here, I want more for my family. I want to be able to have more time with my kids. I want to be able to leave a legacy for my family. I want to be able to give back and help others, because if financial freedom allows you to make changes for not just yourself, but the lives of others.
Yes, it does.
And that's the whole point of obtaining and building wealth, is being able to allow you the opportunity to not just change your life, but the lives of others. And that's what I'm grateful. I want to be able to pour out. I've done enough of just talking my head off to people that were not willing to utilize the information. That's why that certificate is already hanging on the wall. There's no need for us to do that anymore. We're literally in a season that listen, all hearts and minds is clear. Listen, if you know me and you have not utilized the information, you've seen the work put in, you've seen the grind. Listen, if $300 is too much for you, I understand. But for those that are ready for their next level and want to know exactly how to move forward the proper way in reference to saving themselves a lot of headache and time from those that maybe you don't have to be a whole lot of steps behind or forward. It's all about just helping somebody. It's like the Super Mario game. Once you pass the level, you know exactly where the points are at the next time somebody else sees it. Be like, listen here, you need to go over here and get that mushroom. You need to go over here and make sure you get them 50 points from over here. Oh, listen here. Oh, don't go to the next level without getting this, because you're going to need this for the dragon. Listen, that's what helps you stay alive in the game.
Knowing.
But you guys, I hope we have been able to help you all some kind of way today. Just to encourage you, listen here. If God can do it for us, He can do it for you. If it's somebody working a 9 to 5 and saying, listen here, I'm doing a 9 to 5 right now. I'm struggling. I'm living check to check. This is not my life. If those are saying, listen here, I want to buy a house. I want my kids to have a yard. I want to be able to create an environment that I don't have to worry about checking my bank account every single month. Listen here, creating multiple streams of income and having the proper channels in place is what's going to help you get there.
Exactly.
So you guys,
buy my turkey in the oven.
blessings.
If anything, you can inbox us, or you can go on my just message under one of these things that you want to be added to the group, Immaculate Financial Planning. We also have a group for Build Your Own Blueprint, and Nekia Foxx has her group, Transformation Place. So if you message, we'll invite you to our private groups as well. We go live and post videos and tips and everything on there as well. But it ain't going to be nothing compared to Connect. My battery about to die. We will see y'all later.
Bye, you guys.
Toodles!
Ooh.
Everything alright. 'Cause now it's
It's our time to shine, right? It's your time